The critical voice, the writing on our wall. There is no longer any doubt about the strong connection between the writing on our walls and the way life shows up for us. This brings us to the fundamental concept upon which our work is built. It is of critical importance and underlines just about every idea we are going to explore. We create our own reality based on the writing on those walls.
This statement should be tattooed on the insides of our eyelids so that we see it every time we blink. Its truth is undeniable, yet so subtle that we tend to ignore it. We all have different words on our walls. That's why we appear to have different limits. Your limits are different than the limits of others because the truths written on your wall are different than the truths written on others. But what if they were not truths at all? What if we were to stop and reality test this writing? The truth is, they are just guidelines and strategies we have adopted for getting through life. Some of them are even childhood survival skills, and many of them are fiction. They are hand-me-down beliefs that were written on our walls by others, and we have been dutifully obeying them ever since. The writing on our walls is our most prominent advisor, and we consult it all day long. The writing on our walls represents every experience we have ever had. It contains all of our how-tos. It contains our cans and our can'ts, as well as our shoulds and our should-nots. It contains our musts and our must-nots. It contains our version of proper behavior, as well as what we consider right or wrong in this world. It contains our judgments, our successes, and our failures. It's all there, everything we hold to be true. It's written on our walls. Whose is the voice you listen to most in a day? Your partner's? Your child's? Does it belong to your boss? For most of us, the voice we most listen to is our own. When that voice is critical, as it so often is, it says things like, "You are not good enough. You are stupid. They will find you out. No one could love you. And you are a failure." If you recognize any of those as a regular message you get from your critical voice, make a note of it because it's the writing on your wall. The writing on our wall is repeated to us by our critical voice, and therefore it will be a useful clue in our discovery process. We want to know what is written on our wall. If you feel you do not have a critical voice, there are several possibilities. Do you make sure you are too busy to hear it? Do you fail to recognize it as a critical voice because to you it is just the truth? Do you really believe that you are not good enough, are stupid, unlovable, or a failure? You may experience some kind of sensation that serves the same purpose for you, a feeling or anxiety or dread perhaps. You might be feeling a message somewhere in your body rather than one that is delivered in words.